I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. High boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a give right side. It's Lee, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jones operating from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
You ready? Mike 57, Mike 57. Cut.
On 1st and 10. Jones throwing the out route and complete. That's Jordan. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. Clear.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. He'll look to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Gator. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Turner. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, Carrington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the...
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes...
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Go now, 30 base.
In your face.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 18. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones, throw left side complete. It's Jordan. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Sellers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Here's 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We own them. We own them. Go. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll drop the throw.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now back to throw. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
We'll begin up in the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon. And it's the Snowhawks who are out in front. The Snowhawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 24-13, the final score. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 28-13, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jones now. Going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Sellers. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jones operating from the gun. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Down. 60 or 54. I got one. Come. Ready?
On 1st down, it's Turner. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about. Force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now Jones on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out right at the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
70, Indy. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Big River.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And the Steelers set to take the field.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
They'll run on first down. Carrington. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get it. I'll go.
On first down, Jones going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run with their fullback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear the special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Out of the gun now on third down. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. On first down, it's Turner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he whips that one incomplete there. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Pittsburgh.
Good track. Alert 3.
Deep.
They'll run on first down. Turner And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
10-2 stop.
On second down now, it's Lee. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yeah, that's right. Get off the train tracks, baby.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Spinning away. The 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones now, operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Ravens now down on the scoreboard. A little over 80 ticks to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
Jones throwing after the interception. The open man is Westbrook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, throw left side, complete. That's Page. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Jones throwing on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan,